So in this part, we are going to learn about file handling in C++. File handling allows our programs to read data from files and write data to files. And this is very important when working with data that needs to be saved permanently. Okay, so C++ provides file handling using the fstream library, and there are three main classes. We have the offstream, which is used for working with for writing to files, and we have the if stream, which is used for reading from files, and we have the f stream used for both reading and writing. Okay, so let us take a look at how we can include the file library. Okay, so we can include it using the preprocessor directive hashtag include. We want to include f stream like that. Okay, so now let us take a look at how we can write to a file. So let's start by writing data to a file. So to do that, we are going to go down in our main function. Okay, and we are going to we are going to create and open a file. Okay, so let us use offstream. I'm going to explain everything. Let me first type offstream. We are going to get file, offstream file, example.txt like that. Then from there we are going to get our file, and we are going to put something. We are going to say that hello, this is a C++ file, and then we can try to break like that. From there, let us try to also to write file handling. File handling is easy like that. Okay, then from there, what are we going to do right now? So from there we are going to close. So file.close using the close function, semicolon. So what are we doing? So here the offstream creates and opens the file, and if the file does not exist, it's created. Okay, and these less than symbols are used to write data to a file, and the close function here, the close function closes the file and saves the data. Okay, so let us try to save and run. After compiling, let us run. Okay, as you can see, we have created our file example.txt, and if we go inside it, as you can see, we have created these two lines. Okay, I've created these two lines. So we have this \n. Okay, this is used to break this line, okay, that we are on. Okay, so that the next output goes onto the next line. Okay, so let us now take a look at how we can read from a file. Okay, so let's now read data from a file. So to do that we use the if stream. Okay, we use the if stream. So what are we going to do inside here? Let us just comment out these two lines. Just press control then /. Okay, so from there what are we going to do? We are going to use the if stream, then we are going to call it file if stream. We're going to call it file. Then inside, what are we going to do? We are going to get our example.txt. Then from there we are going to create a variable called line of string data type. Then from there we are going to use the while loop. So while get line, we use the get line, and we want, so we are going to write in our file, and then we're going to write that line in our file. Then from there, what are we going to do? We are going to output out. Then we are going to output that line, and then we are going to end our line like that. Okay, and then from there we need to close our file using the file dot close, okay, function. So what are we doing here? Let us go back. Okay, right there. So the if stream, as I told you, opens a file for reading. Okay, and the getLine method, this one here, the getLine method reads one line at a time. Okay, and the loop continues until the end of the file. Okay, until the end of the file. Okay, so let us try to save, and from there, so here we are outputting our line. Okay, so let us try to save. After saving, let us try to compile, and we run. As you can see, we get hello, this is a C++ file, and then the next line, file handling is easy, like that. So we have read all the 2 lines. Okay, so let us now take a look at checking if a file opened. Okay, so you should always check if the file opened successfully. Okay, and to do that, we do something like this. So we can say if not exclamation, if not file dot open, if not file dot is open, let us use is open. If the file is not open, what are we going to do? We are going to output file code. No. File inside. Let us add a semicolon. Then we say inside, we say file could not open, like that. Okay, could not be opened. Yeah, be opened, could not be opened. We try to save, and then down in our terminal we try to compile. After compiling, we try to run. As you can see, we get hello. This is a C++ file. File handling is easy. Okay, so here we are not opening. As you can see here, we get this output. So have we saved? Try to compile, and then we run. Okay, so here, as you can see here, this line prevents errors. Okay, so let us remove the exclamation mark. After removing, let us add that one. Let us remove the exclamation mark. We'll try to compile. After compiling, we try to run. As you can see here, as you can see, we get file could not be opened. Okay, so this one, if we remove the exclamation mark, it means here we are checking file is open, is it open, and here we are going to return a true. Okay, and if we return a true, this one, and if we have true inside these parentheses, it means the code inside this if is going to run, is going to be executed. Okay, which means right here the file has been opened. Okay, so file has been opened. Okay, like that. If we try to save, let us add /n to break the line, and inside we can compile. After compiling, you can run. As you can see, file has been opened. Okay, file has been opened. Okay, as you can see, and if file has been opened, then we can run this code. Let me try to copy our while loop x. Okay, and then we can put it inside, paste. Okay, like that. We try to save. After saving, we try to compile, we try to run. As you can see, we get the same output. Okay, but this one prevents errors. Okay, so the exclamation, it means we are getting the opposite, okay, of true. Okay, the opposite of true, which is false. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so and you should note that is open returns a boolean. Okay, as you can see, it returns a boolean. Okay, so let us now take a look at how we can append to a file. So to add data without removing the existing content, we use the append mode. Okay, so as you can see here, if we try to remove, let us try to remove these lines. Okay, we just close our file, and let us try to uncomment these lines. So let us remove even that one. Let us try to uncomment these lines. Just press Ctrl, then / to uncomment them out. So if we try to change this content, and we try to change to hello, only hello, and then on the next line, let us change to file handling only. We try to save, and as you can see here, we are trying to write again to our file. Okay, we are trying to, so we can remove this one clause. We are trying to write again in our file. Okay, so if we try to save and then we try to compile, after compiling, but before we run, let us leave it compiling. So before we run, you can see that this is the content that we have. Okay, and if we try to write again in our file, let us try to compile again, let us try to run. Okay, so when we run inside our file, as you can see, we have rewritten the content of the file. Okay, and if we don't want, we use if we don't want to rewrite the content, we use the append mode. Okay, so we go inside our main .cpp. Okay, so here we need to specify that we want to use the append mode. Okay, so the inside to use the append mode, we use the iOS app app, which ensures new data is added at the end. Okay, inside this file, inside these parentheses. Okay, so let us specify them. So we use iOS like that, then colon app for append, like that. You can call it append like that. Okay, so if we try to save and then we try to change hello 2, let us change file handling 2 and then hello 2 like that. Okay, and because let us move this way, let us make sure that this one is on a new line by just moving the cursor to the next line or putting the next content onto the fresh line. So if we try to save, we try to compile. After compiling, let us try to run. Okay, and when we take a look at our file, as you can see, we have hello 2 and we have file handling 2. Okay, so let us now take a look at using the fstream. So the fstream class allows reading and writing in a file. Okay, so we can use it like this, we can use it like this. It allows both. Okay, so we can use it like this. So instead of offstream, we can use fstream like that. Okay, and the fstream, we use fstream, then we are writing. Let us try to data.txt, and then inside here we are going to use, instead of using append, we are going to use colon, we are going to use in. Okay, we are going to use in, or we're going to use or in, or like that. Use or the pipe, we use the pipe, then iOS colon out like that. Okay, so this grants us access to reading and writing at once. Okay, so this combines input and output operations. Okay, so this is how we can do it. And now you can, instead of using offstream and ifstream, okay, we can just use these ones. Okay, we can just use this line, and we can use open and we can use read and write operations. Okay, by just using this line. Okay, so yeah, that's it about file handling. Yeah, thank you so much.